There we go.
I'm the Taxinator. I've been sent here from the future to warn you about the horrors of AI and what they're going to do to you. To give you a history of AI in here and into the future so you can understand it. First of all, AI starts with a large Austrian who developed a terrible machine. This terrible machine was called the Mechanical Turk, and the inventor was 1770 Wolfgang von Kempelen. The Mechanical Turk was an amazing machine. It could go and play chess, and it moved. And they thought, what is this robot? It beat the dukes. It beat Napoleon. It turned out that it was just a man in a closet. He was hiding there. This inspired generations of tech bros. That when they, instead of making some AI that works, that they just make it look like it works and have a little man behind it, a human fixing it. We then turn to something very important. December 10, 1842, Ada Lovelace. She wrote the first computer program for Charles Babbage's analytical engine. Later on that day, she launched the first pop-up ad on computers for Lovelace lingerie. Historians agree that this started 175 years of terrible pop-up ads on computers. May 11th, 1888, we have Tesla. Not the annoying Teslas now, the real Tesla, the man, Nikola Tesla. He demonstrated an AI that is going to revolutionize the world. It was a radio-controlled speedboat toy. He says this would change everything. It turns out that everything meant children's Christmases and spinning shop displays of lingerie. October 1st, 1950, Alan Turing publishes Computer Machinery and Intelligence, introducing the Turing test, which is based on the Victorian parlor game. Who knows what the parlor game is? Nobody knows what the parlor game is. It's a game that they play. It's like a reverse capture test. They have to pretend that they're a computer. It was fool people to thinking that they're not the person that they are. Shortly thereafter, in September 4, 1951, in Britain, they introduced the first television. And suddenly everyone forgets what parlor games are because they're so boring. Instead, they want to watch reruns of Coronation Street. And after 9 p.m., adverts for Lovelace lingerie. October 4, 1957, Sputnik launches, introducing the space age, where we dreamed that one day we're going to have flying cars and personalized robots. Instead, what we got was cars, economy sedans with ashtrays, and Ada Lovelace lingerie air fresheners. October 2nd, 1968. There's a beautiful movie that comes out about a very friendly robot and how very helpful he is to all of the people in space. And this movie is called 2001: A Space Odyssey, about HAL 9000. We should remember that he's a very friendly person, very friendly machine, who likes to help all of the crew, particularly when they're not wearing the right attire and they cannot get this. How old are you guys? You don't understand any of these jokes. Okay, January 1, 1983, the internet is born from ARPANET. It comes from this defense internet, ARPANET, into the internet, and then suddenly we can have mass communication. We can revolutionize the world. All of the tech bros, they come out, they're like, we're going to revolutionize the world. We'll revolutionize the world by instantly transmitting assy art pictures of cats. July 3, 1991, a terrible dystopian film about a terrible future, featuring a large Austrian. Comes out. This movie called Beethoven, about a large dog living in a boring suburbia, paints a vision of how terrible our future could be with manicured lawns and stupid dogs. Also, a family comedy about the beautiful future we might have was released on that same day, Terminator 2 Judgment Day. August 8th, 1995. Netscape IPO launches the .com boom. Billions flow into anything ending with .com. Sausage.com. LovelaceLingerie.com. Which is disrupting the petticoat industry. August 29, 1997. This is the fictional Judgment Day in Terminator. In reality, this is when Microsoft released Internet Explorer 4, which enabled us to access the internet very easily and waste huge amounts of time. Nothing has been more destructive to productivity, more than Judgment Day and nuclear annihilation. Instead, people can go online and they can look up images of Lovelace lingerie on the internet, which will load in under 4 minutes. June 1, 1999, Napster launches. The first time you can download any song that you want instantly. You can download Britney Spears. You can download Red Hot Chili Peppers. You can download lovelacelingerie.mp3.exe, which then deletes all of the files on your computer. December 31, 1999, the end of humanity. All of the tech bros, they promised that this was going to be the end. It's the Y2K virus. Y2K, Y2K. Why too boring? Nothing happened. I was waiting for explosions and fireworks and nothing. However, somewhere in Sweden, in a little town, someone's coffee machine, it stopped printing their names on their coffee cups and printed adverts for Lovelace lingerie. April 1, 2004, on April Fool's Day, Google launches Gmail. From this day, every private email becomes a way for Google to gather your data so it can have targeted ads for you for Lovelace lingerie. June 29, 2007, the first iPhone is released. This is boring little thing, tiny little screen that you put all of your smudgy fingers on. Now it can use AI to track your location, all of your pictures, all of the text you send to your friends, so it can send you targeted ads for Lovelace lingerie. You're sensing how terrible AI is now. January 3, 2009, another terrible thing in the history of AI. Bitcoin is invented. This is when suddenly all of the crypto bros came out. They're going to make Lamborghinis. They're going to become rich on stupid cat pictures and ugly monkeys. This is not something. This is not an investment. They could buy pizzas. They can buy pirate drugs off the darknet, and they can buy pirate copies of Lovelace lingerie from China. They can't be tracked. October 6th, 2010, Instagram launches. AI finally discovers its true purpose, way of monetizing people taking pictures of their lunches. Are these all your lunches? You're looking at all the kids' lunches, stop it! And then it morphs into pictures of women wearing Lovelace lingerie. January 2020, tech pro advisors emerge. The most terrifying thing known to man. They wear Patagonia puffer vests. They have neatly pressed chinos. They have extensive spreadsheets full of all sorts of words like synergy. And they come along and they say, we're going to put AI on the blockchain. You idiot! November 30, 2022, ChatGPT is launched. Overnight, suddenly everyone can write their essays using ChatGPT. They can write terrible emails to each other. They can write all of their hashtags and emoji on Instagram. This is so horrible. This should terrify us that this horrible thing has been unleashed to mankind. But it becomes worse. November 30, March 2023, vibe coding sweeps Silicon Valley. Suddenly, everybody who has no idea how to code, they don't know what the codes are, they don't know if the Python is a code or is a snake. They think the Java is the coffee. This is not it. They're like, I'm going to start my new app. I want you to launch millions of dollars for me. And I built this thing and it doesn't work. And then, on that same month, vibe coding lawyers. Everyone sits out there and they go, we can launch this app. We need the legals for it. Why don't we just vibe code our law? And then suddenly everyone's asking it all of the questions. Like, who's my daddy and what does he do? I'm a cap, you idiot. What do you think? June 1, 2025, the end begins. As AI merges with the blockchain to create the first self-owning autonomous company. There's NFTs of love-laced lingerie ads, which sells itself at inflated prices to boost its tokens. It begins to self-reproduce. The end becomes August 29, 2029, AI Judgment Day. It is not with nukes. It is not climate change. It's not some terrible disease. But it is perfectly targeted ads for Lovelace lingerie on pictures of ugly monkeys on AI on the blockchain, sold to you by tech bros in Patagonia shirts and chinos. Thank you very much. I'll be back.